We're going. Now we are live. So your Instagram should be up and running.
Didn't move the money over to do the bloody vault.
We don't need to use the money in the account, no? You only need the $100 to set it up.
Yeah, but the $100 is a fee. It's not like a deposit.
Oh, right. Well, I can send some over if you want. Won't take long, will it? Right, we're live on X. You're
Live on Instagram.
yeah. Waffle jobler. Right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and thank
Still
you
hear
for
the telly,
joining us
still hear the telly, by the way.
on this beautiful Easter weekend. It is a bank holiday here in the UK, but we move. Today's topics are an ETH CC recap, Ethereum goes institutional, setting up our hyperliquid vault, and finally the new financial year and how to get ahead. What do you want to start with, sir?
Just seen something literally as I've been faffing about on X that this is breaking news. Chaos Labs are leaving Aave.
Okay, what's Chaos Labs?
I think they're kind of like an Oracle type thing on Aave. They help with the loans that happen on the platform. They've been with Aave since V2. So V2 and V3 they were there. They had no bad debt, but they are leaving. And this is hot on the heels of the Aave embezzlement situation that we had only a few weeks ago. So it does seem like things are going from bad to worse.
Typical bear market stuff, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's interesting because I don't think it's because volumes have dropped or anything like that with this one. I think it's just because the Aave Labs guys have just not really been behaving properly, and all of the service providers on the platform are sick of them, it looks like. So it'd be interesting to see where they go. But they are one of the big boys.
We'll have to see how that affects them.
Yeah.
Was there any talk of Aave at the ETH thing or not?
Yes, Aave, the Stanley guy, done a talk at ETHCC. It's their 9th year. So ETHCC is the biggest Ethereum conference in Europe. It's held in Cannes in France. I think it's held in Cannes anyway. And they just go and chat about all of the things that is happening on Ethereum. Now, this particular conference was all about 3 main things, I would say. The biggest thing was obviously AI, as it just always is. There was a lot of trying to shoehorn crypto into AI projects. So there are a lot of AI projects saying, oh, we're crypto projects purely because you can pay for the service in crypto, kind of thing. The second one, which was quite interesting, was quantum resistance. So Ethereum also is a little bit vulnerable to Q Day, as they're calling it now, which is the day that quantum computers break Bitcoin. Last week, Google moved it forward to 2029. So now we've got a date and it's only 3 years away, which is a little bit scary. I was beating the drum saying we're 10 years plus, but obviously I'm not an expert in those things, as Google have now shown us. So they're saying Q Day is 3 years away. The Ethereum guys are now starting to look at post-quantum signatures, and ones with less and less gas. The third main thing that happened, I would say, would be the ETH Global Hackathon. The they have 10 finalists. The 10 finalists this time round were particularly good, I thought. They were various different types of AI agents. There was a VPN project where you can have a crypto VPN, which was really good. There was some post-quantum stuff. So all in all, it was a decent few days. I'm glad I didn't bother taking the trip out there, because it does honestly at the moment seem like a lot more of the same. Nothing particularly exciting happening in the space. Not in Ethereum anyway.
I mean, from what I saw, apparently there was people from Bloomberg and like BlackRock on stage with them,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't really know what was said. Haven't really looked at it, to be honest.
With these sorts of conferences, they've always been quite institutional heavy, in parts. So the main stages have always had the likes of Barclays and BlackRock and all these people. They've always been there. Even before we had the ETFs, they've always been there. So them being there is not that much of a shock. Of course, they'll get up and they'll talk about the same stuff: supply chains, blah, 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 money that crypto can save, and blah, blah, and transparency, and blah, 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 blah. They'll say the same old stuff. So that's not, for me, that's not really where the value is. I normally find the values in the hackathons and some of the talks by some of the smaller projects. I'll
So does the
tell you what,
hackathon happen at the same time as the conference?
yeah, over a weekend. So just finished yesterday. Then they all took their prizes and off they go back home again. But it was I like the hackathons. That's, for me, the most interesting part, because you get to see new stuff that people are making. One guy made a project where the AI agent will take your product to market, so it will do all your marketing and even some of your advertising for you and things like that. It's not really a crypto project, I didn't think anyway, but it was good. Does it all on chain, doesn't really need to. But yeah, it was good. That was one of my favorite ones. In other news this week, there was another big hack on
Really?
on Drift. Yeah, did you hear about the
What's
hack on Drift?
Drift? Isn't
Drift,
that on base, isn't it?
no, Drift is on Solana.
Oh, right, okay.
Drift is on
No,
Solana. I want to say that Drift is like their biggest perps DEX.
I actually haven't had a look at it much, to be honest.
Uh, okay, I almost just clicked on the wrong link. Well, anyway, they lost 200 million. Somebody compromised their oracles or something like that,
Right.
and withdrew 200 million. That affected not only Drift but also Jupiter.
Yeah.
Ripples far and wide. Just a cool 200 million was lost. So nothing earth shattering by crypto terms. But yeah, that was another little interesting bit of news this week.
No, I didn't even know about that. It shows you how much attention I've been paying, especially over this
Difficult.
weekend.
It's difficult over the weekend. Have you noticed that crypto like becomes a stable coin at the weekends now?
Well, there's not. I mean, literally, as you've just been talking, I've just refreshed my X. Apparently, Trump is live now, talking in the White House briefing room. But I've then, as it for a bit of fun, put on the S&P 500 and stuck it on a 5-minute chart.
Yeah.
And I'm just seeing how it reacts. But at the moment, nothing too mad. So we'd have to see. But yeah, I think with what's been going on in Iran and geopolitical stuff, there's obviously not much happening. I think we're kind of in a consolidation phase before the next thing happens. I still feel we're going to get some sort of rally to that higher levels, which we just haven't seen. I mean, we've touched literally today highs of 70 or just over 70k, but we need to be breaking this sort of 70.5 area if we really want to start going for the 76 to 78. S&Ps kind of did their breakout or breakdown and retest today. So there's an argument to say that the S&Ps are now ready to then drop off. Obviously, if that was to happen, like we discussed last week, I do think crypto and that would get dragged with it. So we could be on the verge of the next leg lower. But ultimately, I think there's going to be some sort of catalyst that causes this. And all the while, Trump is out saying we can finish this war in one night and blah blah blah, and trying to settle the war and get peace talks going. We're going to have this back and forth action, kind of until otherwise stated. So I think there's a lot of chopping to do. I think this is good. It's kind of a good environment to get some trades on, especially limit longs, limit shorts, and potentially even some orders if you're, and it kind of ties into our topic 3, the new financial year and how to get ahead. If you want to get ahead of everyone, you've got some cash sitting on the side, now's a good time to get all your orders kind of set, or not even with the money on exchanges, but just some limits set. So when they get hit, get an alert ping to you or whatever it is you use. And then when those times come, because there's not much to do at the moment, otherwise, other than keep yourself busy, get those alert sets and get ready to act. Because in that spare time, I'd be looking to get as much overtime or extra work in as you all can, to get that sweet fiat to then buy up some cheap assets when we get the opportunity. Because ultimately, I think that is how you get ahead in these times.
You still think that we go to 60K? You still think it's possible?
Yeah, I ultimately think we bottom in that. I think, what did we say before? Between 40 to 50K.
Yeah.
I think there's one leg lower. I think it's kind of a given that we come back to that, or just below that level where institutions come in back in October 23, was it, when the ETFs come out? Or 24,
24.
something like that, or around those areas. But I do just think it's a kind of a sit and wait game. There's a lot of time in bear markets where we kind of do just spend our time chopping sideways to up, because we get those flushes in quite a quick succession. And I think Benjamin Cohen bangs this drum all the time, is we spend more time going up in a bear market than we do usually going down. It's because we spend so much time consolidating sort of up and to the right before we get that waterfall effect again. So I think at the moment, if you're new in these waters, if you've been here for a cycle or two, you know what the deal is, you know what you need to do. But those newer people here, you need to, and this kind of reminds me of what I did last bear market, is I spent my time as how old was I then? So it would have been 23, 24, so yeah, 22, 23, getting all the overtime I could in. I was doing anything I could. Stripping cable, weighing in copper at the scrapyard, looking for private work, like everything I could to get that money in. And then that money was shoved straight in to stable coins ready to buy stuff when I had the opportunity. A lot of it was DCA, because I was like, I don't know how low it's going to go. And even like now, we don't know how low it's going to go, which is why having some, or picking some stuff up in these sort of areas is okay. Like I picked up a bit of Aero the other week, around the 30 cents area, which I'm happy with. I know it could go lower. Picked up a bit of hype. But other than that, just waiting, getting my stables ready.
I think the bottom's in.
Yeah, you keep saying this, and all the while we don't break lower, it looks more likely. But the S&P, which we'll go through on a technical basis in a minute, just doesn't. It's not looking good, bruv. Not looking good.
If the bottom is in and we don't go lower, and from here we do go back to all-time highs, do you think that would be the best prediction I've ever made in my entire life?
For as long as I've known you, possibly, yeah. I'm sure you've probably had greater ones.
Yeah, probably, but not like this. I think this one, because everybody's so sure we get another leg lower,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, nah. That 65 is just holding. 65 is holding steady.
Yeah, at the moment, but then again, you can look back to like last cycle, and you can see that. I mean, where were we on the way down? Kind of the first leg lower, 35 was holding. I mean, 35 held from the 17th of Jan till the 25th of to the 2nd of May. So they can
Oh,
hold for months.
yeah. That's a
These
hold.
things.
A strong hold.
Yeah, I mean, there's another hold back in or around 18K, which lasted from the 13th of June till around the 2nd of November. So we can hold for 5 months quite easily before ultimately getting that next leg lower. I mean, at the moment, from the low, which we set back in, 2nd of February, we've been in this current range 63 days, so 2 months.
Yeah.
And we haven't, the local lows, we've only been as low as 62.5K. We've only been as high as, call it 76. So it's quite a compact range in a way. But I
We
do think we end
we
up
are
going
wedging
lower.
as well, aren't we? We are
Yeah.
wedging. So
Yeah. I mean, Doge isn't looking great. Doge is one of the worst looking charts. So I am in the thought process at the minute of, do I sell half the bag? Because it's around my average price at the moment. So I'd happily sell half the stack to then buy back lower, increasing the amount of tokens. Also, from a tax effective point of view, you lock in if I'm this, as I say, I'm just below my average price. I lock in a tax loss harvest. Let's just call it $3,000 if I was to do that here. I lock that in and sell the tokens and then buy it back because we're in a new financial year. When those tokens come to fruition and they make me money, it's $3,000 I can knock off the tax bill. So I think for a lot of people that are in the UK, you should be thinking about that here as well.
I don't know about selling Doge.
Oh
I
no, don't
think
get
you
me
might.
wrong. I don't really want to sell it, but if I can increase my tokens by 5-10%, I'd happily do that.
Yeah, but sell it here.
I can show you the technicals in a bit when we do our predictions. Do we want to try and get this vault set up then?
Should we do that now?
Let's try and get this vault set up. Because I think this could, if it doesn't go as we liked, we'll get it done off air. But I am on standby with dollars to send should we need it. So what is a vault? Could you
A
explain
vault
to the viewers what a hyperliquid vault is?
is a way to allow people to copy our trades. They put the money in the vault. We trade the vault, and they collect their earnings. This is a good-looking vault. Past month return is at 184.
Is that all you can do with it? Just copy trades, or is there other stuff?
No, that's it, pretty much.
Right, okay.
These guys have got an X. I'm just gonna quickly check these guys out actually. Whilst I'm here, if I them extract.
Is that the name of theirs? Systemic strategies?
Yeah. Building some pretty good vaults. They've joined in June 2025. And they've got, or at the time they had about 4 million locked. Now they've got about 10.
Not bad.
Gosh. Wow.
We can't see your screen, by the way. We're on the hyperliquid screen.
Let me just show you the window. Better? Can you see it now?
That's it.
They've
Oh,
pinned
so they
this
have a
on
Twitter page.
March the 17th. Yeah. They've got like 4,000 followers.
Okay.
Well, so not many, but interestingly, they've hit 1 billion in combined volume, which is massive, but I think that's probably leverage, isn't it?
Yeah. I
Of
mean, they're
most of
only
those.
a total profit of 4.5 million because they're using probably like 10, 15, 20x.
they've got one user who is up $1.4 million on hypergrowth.
That's mad.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. Okay, so all right, okay, here we go. So they do give their own macro predictions and game plan. It seems I've been spot on over the past 1 to 2 years on general trends that played out. So I'll share what I plan to do personally. BTC is going to underperform everything in the medium term. Okay. But he agrees with you
Yeah.
and everybody
And this was,
else.
when was this put out? April. Oh, so only a couple of days ago.
3 days ago, BTC has proved itself to be not to be a good hedge against inflation and world chaos. Nothing new is expected from the crypto president.
Yeah, in brackets.
And the next administration probably won't be as complacent. Also, DATs are going to have to sell their leveraged BTC at some point. Still a long way to go, but everyone is watching and knows it will come eventually. US stocks are probably going to find a reason to have one last rally to all-time highs or near it, just enough to trigger some final momentum buy-in before the rope is cut and we start the generational crash we thought could never happen again. Reason, the Iran situation is going to have a very significant impact on inflation. That will make it very unlikely for the Fed to be able to cut rates in the short to medium term. Investors are going to realize that stocks are overpriced, high PE ratios, leverage, etc. Number two, there is no safety net anymore, so it will naturally fall. Then, in medium to long term, the Fed will be forced to lower interest rates, print again, and we will probably recover some to the detriment of the US dollar. Game plan, short BTC, self-evident. I'm currently short in BTC myself, even though I'm shouting bottoms in. Wait for a new all-time high on stocks or a few months trading near all-time high with momentum funds buying in, then start buying volatility ETFs as they will compound nicely in a crash. Buy up gold and silver on pullbacks as they should outperform due to global instability and the medium-term resumption of money printing. Thinking about how to engineer a vault that could reflect this view and offer some added alpha to it would be something you're interested in.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So
He sounds like
yeah,
a macro guy.
yeah. And by the looks of it, he's doing all right. His vault is
Will be
one of
interesting
the
to see. So he's talking about
prominent ones.
shorting one of the volatility indexes there. It'll be interesting to see how long it takes for Hyperliquid to get those onto Hype itself.
What,
Because
like the VIX?
obviously, yeah, because they're not on there yet, the volatility indexes. You've got some ETFs. So you've got the NASDAQ, you've got Mag 7, you've got S&P 500. Obviously in HIP 4, you're talking about options as well. So I think it will be interesting to see how fast or it will take or how long it will take to get those different ways of shorting stuff or different ways for people to trade on there. Because I do think having like the VIX or the VVX that he mentioned on there for individual traders to short or long will create them some nice volume.
Yeah. I think it's the only thing that's missing. See, I didn't know you could short or long the VIX
Yeah,
directly.
so a lot of institutions or big money managers will hedge positions by longing the VIX. So obviously, if they've got a massive book that's long Mag 7 S&P 500, as a hedge against that, you just long the VIX because usually while stocks creep higher, the VIX stays suppressed, doesn't it? So below 12 or whatever it is. Obviously, when that spikes up, if they've got some hedges on, they can cream some profits off of that as they go.
These guys are
It's a
long.
big
Oh, I
game.
guess. So I guess when you do look into the vault, I guess it does. You can see their positions.
Yeah, so that's all of their live positions now, isn't it?
So it looks like they are long hype and pretty much nothing
With a
else.
$5 million position,
Yes.
but they're down on it at the moment, 50 grand.
Yeah. But that's about all they're down on. Look at the rest of that green.
Yeah, it's crazy. So he's
But
obviously been short for quite a while.
yeah, it looks like. I
Well,
don't know if
look at that blast one he's got there. Look at the funding. He's minus 70 grand just on funding. So even though he's up 153k, half of
yeah.
his position is clean just due to funding rates. That's crazy.
Funding 70 grand on a 100 grand position.
Yeah, I think I'd just close that and take the other half.
I mean, we can't really afford to
He
be
must have
in.
had these on for ages to have funding.
What if we have, I don't know if we can see the trade history. Is there a way to filter it? Short. I'm going to search by. I want to see if there's a way I can search by.
I don't think you can.
No, I can download it all as a CSV and look at it that way, but
Yeah. I ain't got time for that now.
ain't nobody got time for that. Let's go
Right
back.
then, should we get ours underway?
Right, let's get ours. Vault, create a vault.
Some vault name.
We need more balance in my USDC account.
Do you want me to throw some over?
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have
Do you
to
want to send me
over
the address? And I will send some over to you. What do you want me to send? Because I think the other bit of our money's in that
well,
USDCH, isn't it?
I'll tell you what. Yeah, send me.
Actually, what am I doing? I just need to send it to you from our Poly thing. I'll sort that out later. I'll send what I need to send and get it from our Poly market.
Right. Okay. So let me give you the address.
You giving me the Hyperliquid address, yeah, on the account?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So send me $100.
$100.
$100, and then I owe you $50.
Destination, paste, amount, $100. Send.
Right. So what should we call our vault? CryptoWaffle.
Yeah, it's got to be CryptoWaffle, isn't it? You would have thought.
Vault. Should we call it CryptoWaffle Vault or just CryptoWaffle?
Just CryptoWaffle.
Vault
People know it's a vault, don't they?
Yeah. It's a bit redundant. Shall I put Mondays, 6 p.m.?
Yeah, vault description live Monday, 6 p.m. on X and Instagram.
And I will put
CryptoWaffle.fun. And then put the YouTube on there as well.
let me just make sure that our site is still up, because I think our thing might have run out. It's running out though. It's on the way. And put the what there as well?
The YouTube.
There's our YouTube. View your channel.
CryptoWaffle TV.
Bosh.
Boom, boom. Right, you should have that in your account now, sir.
Copy this.
We can always change that description, I assume.
I don't know.
I don't see why you can't.
Right. Let's deposit more.
Have you got the money?
Nope.
I mean,
Arbitrum
no.
USDC. I have 49 cents. What network did you send it to me on?
What address did you send me?
An ETH one.
I sent where? I sent it from my spot account to your address, USDC. So it should pop up in your portfolio. Yeah, if you go to balances, there you go, $100.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. So I guess I have to transfer that to Perps then, do I?
No, it shouldn't do.
Well, it was saying that I didn't have it. All right, well, let's try. Let's see if I can do it now. Create vault. No, yeah, see, I've got to transfer it to
Why is it
Perps.
saying that?
62.
What? Unbelievable.
Oh, do you know what? I think it's only counting what's in my wallet. So I think I have to withdraw it. Because it's saying 62. So that's neither of these amounts. So I think I'm going to have to withdraw it.
Oh, what? Just back to the wallet address.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's,
Because that's you just
uh,
transferred that from spot to perps, right?
yeah, just so I can withdraw it.
And now you're
I have to withdraw
withdrawing. Okay.
$100. Withdraw to Arbitrum. Okay, right. I think we are ready to go. So
Okay.
in this short tutorial, we're going to show you how to start your own vault.
Yeah, and you can see in real time how easy or hard it is.
It's easy. Oh my gosh.
What's that?
Just saying that it's not available. I think maybe it's just taken a while.
What to get to the wallet?
Yeah.
What?
Maybe it's just taken a while to get to the wallet, Jeff.
The real life troubles.
Oh. What do you want to talk about in the meantime? Once we wait for this
But I
withdrawal
thought we
to
could
happen.
do other stuff with our vault,
Such as what?
I don't know. I typed into Grok. Let me just see what Grok come back with. So apparently, what you can do with your hype vault. Here are the main things you can do with them. You can deposit hype and earn higher yield. You can get automated diversified exposure. You can earn points/reward boosts. Use the receipt token in further DeFi. Institutional and advanced use cases. Risks to keep in mind: smart or contract risk strategy risk, impermanent loss or depegging. Yield, hyperliquid versus EVM is still growing ecosystem, blah, blah, blah. So what's this? Let's dive into more. Simple onboarding. Deposit hype, vault handles the rest. Yields are typically higher than plain staking because of active strategies, lending, restaking options. Reported APYs vary widely. Some vaults have shown 8 to 17%, depending on market conditions. And we looked at that a while ago, didn't we? When the actual hype providing liquidity one was doing 80% during the oil spike because of the
Yeah.
volatility. So automated diversified exposure, the vault spreads your capital across multiple protocols or positions, e.g. lending on Morpho/Flexi, plus other hype EVM DeFi, saves gas and time, no need to manually rebalance or hunt for best opportunities. Earn points and reward boosts. Many vaults give extra ecosystem points for airdrops or incentives or manipulators on hyperliquid related rewards. So it looks like we might get some stuff for it. And then your vault token can often be used as collateral elsewhere, staked for more yield or traded, creating yield on yield opportunities.
Still not showing.
What? So it's the 62 in the wallet then, is it? Not in our portfolio?
No, because our portfolio has got balance.
So we've got
Available
82 and
balance
then
80.
55.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Is it 80? Oh, do you know what? Oh, see, it's not in there.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so it's showing now. So if I now go and create a vault, I still not. All right, I'll tell you what I'll do.
Refresh. The good old refresh. Available balance in account.
62. Right, I'm going to deposit this back.
Let me see if I can try and set up on mine and see what it comes up with. Right, so it's using. Okay, so it's using my available perps balance.
Okay.
That's why it's only showing 62, because we probably have open orders.
Yeah, that's what I
So
was
we
thinking.
need to send the money
Back.
to, the perps account of Hyperliquid. And then we should be able to open the vault. See, we do all of this, guys, just so you don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we can clip this and then put it on YouTube, and people can see that we've sorted it all for everyone.
How many knuckleheads does it take to start a vault on? The only other interesting thing is that we have to have 5% of the balance
What do you
of
mean?
the vault. So we have to have 5% of the liquidity. I guess if we have $1,000 in there, we can only open up to give people 20,000.
Right, okay.
So
It
if
also says on, like, when I've just clicked create a vault on my screen, which is the same thing that comes up for you, lenders receive a 10% profit share. Note the name and description of your vault are permanent and cannot be changed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, look, there we go.
Right, so we need to make sure we 100% want the description of that for our vault. CryptoWaffle description, what should we do?
Live Monday, 6 p.m. UK time.
Yeah, do we want anything else, or is that it?
I think that's it.
I think that's good, isn't it? Right, let's go.
Worst case scenario, if we do need to change it, we just have to start another vault. But then we'd have to call everybody to come and
Join that
change
vault.
the new vault. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Leave
Yeah.
as is.
You sure?
Yeah. So how much do we deposit? The whole lot? Any ideas?
Yeah, I reckon we should deposit the whole lot.
162.
Yeah. And then we just do our trades with our vault.
Yeah, that's what we're aiming to do anyway, though.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. Cool. Yeah. Let's do
So
that then.
is it worth also cancelling all the USDCH that we have and moving that in as well?
Yeah. Should we do that?
I think we probably need to, don't we? Because I also assume, so we can then obviously put money into our vault.
Yeah.
We can commit 200 or whatever it is, $500, whatever amount. And then from there, it will actively trade that for us by copying our trades, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So should we close all open orders, all positions?
Well, we've only got the hype.
Yeah. So should we just close that out? Because it's obviously taking capital at the minute, isn't it? And then our balances, we convert all of that into USDC on the perps. And then we can transfer the whole lot in.
What I want to do is I want to sell this, don't I?
Yeah. Maximum.
Yeah.
Just slide the bar.
Duh.
Why is it saying insufficient balance? Oh, because we've got a bit too much. No. Do you need to refresh?
What is going on, Jeff?
Nothing's ever as straightforward as it ever seems. Hang on a minute. No, you just need to move it from the spot now to perps. It has done it. Just
Right?
transfer to perps. Below. Yeah. Spot to perps. The whole shebang.
Bosh. Right,
Boom.
$238.
Yeah, now we can get all of that into the vault.
There we go. Vaults. Create a vault. Name. CryptoWaffle. Description. Bosh. Mondays, 6 p.m.
You put UK time, didn't you? On X and Instagram. Yeah, Kushti.
Should I put the Instagram?
Can do. Well, it says, why don't you put all of them? So otherwise we're gonna. Our Instagram is CryptoWaffle. No spaces, no caps.
Do you know what I'm going to do? Actually, can you thing it to me? Well, let me see if I can do it.
Yeah. Hang on. Do you want the actual link? Because I was just going to say, just put IG dash and then CryptoWaffle.
I was going to put it in like this. I'll show you.
I've sent it to you on Telegram.
I'm going to put it in like this. Bosh.
Wow, I've just sent it to you.
Let me check a telegrammy. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
send you
oh, I've done it as well.
the TikTok as well, yeah?
Okay.
The TikTok amendo.
Tiki-toki.
The
Send me the
tiki-toki.
tiki-toki.
Oh,
I'm quite excited now, you know.
there we go. There's the tiki-toki.
All right, 238.
I've just had a comment on our latest post on there I need to reply to.
Where's the tiki-toki? There's the tiki-toki.
But I'll reply to that after.
Bosh. Right. Okay. So YouTube, Instagram, TikToki.
Yeah.
Website.
And our website.
Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah. Create vault. Let's do it. Moment of truth.
Are you ready, sir?
Yeah.
Insufficient balance to create vault.
What do you mean, Jeff? Insufficient balance, my ass. Oh, so deposit amount. Do we have to deposit 138? Then it takes the 100 as a fee.
Okay, let's try that.
I reckon that might be. Did you copy all of that just then?
Nope. Only one bit. Right. Okay, so.
So we had.
Oh, your actual mum.
Yeah, it got rid of the main bit. So we had TikTok, YouTube, Instagram.
Right, so.
There's the YouTube. And then we had.
Live. Monday.
6 p.m. UK time.
6 p.m. UK time.
On X and Instagram.
X and Instagram.
And then it was CryptoWaffle.fun.
Yes. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Yeah?
I think that was it, wasn't it? CryptoWaffle.fun, blah, blah, blah.
Putting it in now.
Okay.
Right, so you reckon we should do 138.15?
Yeah, and then it creates the. See what that does. Start trading from your new vault in the future. Trade on behalf of your vault by using the drop down next to your address in the nav bar. Okay, trade. Oh, so right, okay. So you can now choose between the vault or the master account.
So the master has now got
0 positions, no money.
Balance.
And if we go to our vault, you can now see that.
Right, okay.
Shall I now deposit to our vault?
See if you
So I
can find it.
should be able to find a vault called CryptoWaffle. There we are.
Share your screen.
Deposit.
Do like $1 million.
Oh yeah, I'll just pull that out my ass. Right, so I'm now on Hyperliquid. I've gone on the vaults. I've searched CryptoWaffle, and this is what I have found.
Look at that TVL.
Right, what are we depositing? Because we both deposit the equal amount, yeah?
Yeah.
I've only got
Okay.
540 in here at the minute. So what do you want to do?
All right.
$150 each?
250.
250 each.
Yeah. I've got loads of win-ins from copying our trades from the last few weeks.
Okay. Right, well I've done my 250. There you go, I've deposited into Vault.
Okay. And then I have to then do my 250 from my other wallet.
Yeah. So I've deposited. Let's go.
Does it show? Do we know how much more can go into our vault or how close we are to being full? How do I?
There's not on maximum, is there?
There is, yeah, because we have to have 5% of the liquidity in the vault, which
Right,
means
so we'd only gain TVL over time by having more money in the vault that we make. Correct?
or if we put more into the vault. So, for example, we've got $130 in there, right? Let's just call it $100.
Yeah.
We can't have a total like vault size of over $2,000.
Right.
So that's all we can have. We can't have no more because we've only got $100 in the vault. We have to have 5%.
Right, okay.
But it doesn't show how close we are to being full. It just doesn't show.
Well, we should be able to have another 250 in.
Yeah, easy. Okay. All right.
Right, let's get your deposit in, then we'll go into our predictions and first trades with the vault.
Oh, I can't do my deposit. I have to load up a whole different computer.
Oh, right, okay. So
I'll
do you
do
want me
it
to put another 250 in for you?
Yeah, okay, go on then.
If that's
And
easier.
then I'll send it to you. You have to give me your address. Put your address in the
CryptoWaffle. There we
Telegram.
are. There we are.
No, what have you done? Where have you
What do
put
you
it?
mean? What have we done?
Well, where have you put your address?
What do you mean? I haven't given you my address yet.
Okay.
I'm just to deposit in your 250.
Share your screen.
What, to deposit again? I've already done this.
Yeah, come on. The people want
I've
to see
already
it.
done it now.
Okay.
Deposit pending. Deposited into Vault. So done.
Oh, look at that TVL, $638. Let's see how
You need
long
to
it
share
will
your
take now.
screen again.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
Humble beginnings. I'm going to screenshot this.
Indeed, humble beginnings.
Screenshot this. See how long it will take for us to get this to 1 million.
Yeah, we got to be like we've been recently. Smart, calm.
Methodical.
Yeah. We'll do a post on the vault as well.
Well, on CryptoWaffle.fun, I'm going to have a little dashboard for this so that people can just see how well the vault is doing.
I like it.
Vault performance, my performance. Okay. All right. So, shall we do our predictions?
Let's do it. All right, we come over to my screen. Share. Can I just say what a trade that Palladium was, by the way?
What a trade.
In and out within what was it,
What a
48
trade.
hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we like.
But we did We did, though, have a quite a horrible L, really,
Was that
on
Zcash?
yeah,
Yeah, but I
just
think
ripped off.
we kind of helped ourselves back up, didn't we?
Yeah, what we should have done was just moved it to no loss trade when we was
Yeah.
really in the right.
So predictions this week or from last week. So where were we on the Monday? Around what, 66k? It must
Yes,
have been this candle here, wasn't it?
yeah, 66K.
So neither of us have hit the target, but we are at current moving towards me when my target was 72. So let's see if that plays out. But I do think Bitcoin needs to break this 70 and a half. It's this white line here before we actually have another move up. For liquid again, neither of us touched at
No,
the time.
I, I said 40.
Yeah, we've only been as high as 37, 7.
We were at 37.
Well,
Oh, so
okay,
did we go
we didn't
down and
go
we've
any
come
higher
back?
than 39 on the Monday.
Right, okay, so we came down to you
Well, nearly.
almost.
Yeah, so neither of us again. Palladium, we were both above us, and we're both, I think, in the right direction at the moment.
Yeah,
ETH, again, neither of us. Kind of just
my gosh,
sideways chop. No one's touched.
we've had a terrible week. Could be a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, a cash network again, nothing. We're kind of closer to me than we are you at the moment.
You said 42. What was the lowest it went to?
What is this? It's probably that candle here. The lowest was 43.4. Yeah, so none of us. It's a straight up draw this week,
0-0.
and just another week of absolute nothing. Which we mentioned earlier in the show. There's not much going on because it's literally just been chopping. So again, there's not much to do. Right. So what we have in predictions, I think we got to keep Bitcoin hype. As always, in the metal space, I think we either look at palladium, potentially copper, or gold, silver, whatever. And any other tokens you want to add in? Should we put Aave in?
Oh, Aave's not a bad shout.
As
Yeah.
soon as you mentioned that earlier on.
Yeah. They have been in the news quite a lot. Or Drift. I don't know if Drift's on here. They should be. Drift isn't. Aave is though,
Drift
yeah.
won't be.
Nah.
So we can get rid of Zcash. We get rid of a cash. Actually, you know what?
What do you think of oil?
Yes, let's do that as the commodity. I'm glad you said that because I think we could short. What do I want? WTI.
Yeah, it's either WTI or Brent. There's a weird spread at the moment where WTI is got like a 30%
I would like to keep
gap on it.
Zcash, if
3%.
that's okay.
Okay.
Are you okay with keeping Zcash for another
Yeah,
week?
yeah, yeah. What do you think? Down?
Do we need anything else? Bitcoin, hype, Aave, oil, Zcash.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's fine. That's enough. That's fine.
Okay. So we'll look at WTI and Brent, yeah,
Yeah.
as possible trades, but we'll start off with Bitcoin. Right. Currently at 69.5K. What do we think a week today? We did have this descending channel that we have broken out of,
Yeah.
but we are hitting resistance at this 70.5 area. I think we see something like this. So I'm going to keep my target of 70. Can I keep my target of 72 here, or is it a bit close?
No, you can, because this is, if we do get through that 72, then we are expecting to go quite a lot higher. So I guess you could say 72. It's just, it won't happen that quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Okay.
think 72 is fine.
Okay, I'm gonna go 72. What do you think?
I'm gonna say 66.
66. Okay, so it moves you quite the way up. So there. Okay. Hyperliquid. What do you think on the bigger time frames here? I just want to tell you guys what I'm looking at. We do have this rising channel, rising wedge, whatever you guys want to call it. Typically bearish patterns, rising wedges. So I'm looking at a potential breakdown of this at some point back to around the 25. If it gets there, load the truck, not financial advice. That's what I'll be doing. But zooming into the 4 hour, it looks like we've had a little breakout again, but we do need to get past some horizontal resistance around that 38 before attacking $40 again. So I'm going to take your target of last week. I'm going to say 40.
Let's say 41.
Okay.
Go for that extra point.
You're going for that extra point.
Yeah, for that extra point.
I'm
I
going
think
40,
hype.
you go 41.
I think hype is the darling of crypto at the moment.
Yeah, 100%. Aave, that's not looking too hot.
It's not looking good, Brev.
No, so bigger time frame.
Okay, good.
We are at the bear market highs of 2022. So this area of 91 to 76 is a big area of support. You break 91, you likely see 70s pretty quick.
There's no way you can do anything but fade this one at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, you've got a double top here as well, and it's had a confirmed breakdown. So your neckline was here at 132. You have this double peak. You've now had a confirmed breakdown. You can also see that we broke down, bounced, retested that neckline and completely rejected again. And a target breakdown of Aave does take us to $40. So that is below bear market lows of 23, of 22, 23. So I think from a trade point of view, you look to stack shorts between 115 to 130 for this to continue to sell off down here. So for that reason, I'm going to say 114.
Oh,
I think we bounce for next week, and that's where we look to get short.
okay. Okay, yeah, I do like that. I'm going to say 85 though.
You're going no bounce straight to 85.
No bounce. This one's a dog. Straight to 85. Woof, woof.
Okay.
But
There we
I prefer your thesis though.
Okay. Zcash. So again, bigger time frame to remind everyone. This was your run up in 21. This is your bear market, 22, 23. And our crazy run up in 25. Currently holding prior highs as support. We end up losing this kind of 195 area. It's looking likely that you see 80 pretty quick. So between now and then, what do you think? I mean, what I'm seeing is this. So kind of like a flat bottomed triangle where you see us compress to the downside, then all of a sudden you get that break. And I think a measured move for this would be, or put you around 110.
The problem with this is that the guys from the electric coin company have jumped ship.
Yeah.
Uh,
But I think
without,
it's totally possible in this that you do potentially break up as well. Have like a fake out. Everyone goes, "Oh my god, we're breaking out." They're buying here, thinking we're going to accelerate, or you could even accelerate to like 305 again, then just create like a big bear flag where you chop like this, then break down. But those fake outs, if you get one and we were to close back in and then go below, you then probably see it nuke rather than sideways consolidation and slow. I'm going to have my target as my last target, and I'm going to keep my target at 180. Actually, 180 between next week's a bit much, isn't it?
yeah, we went for that. I think that was our number the last time. The last time we had Zcash on. Yeah, it was.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to do devil's advocate. I'm going to say 275.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'm going to say we get a breakout, but again, we look for shorts. Just because this 4-hour stuff.
I'm going to say 220. I think Zcash looks really frothy up here.
I mean, it looks frothy, but from what I'm looking at here, like just on this 4-hour, you put a bottom in March. You've had consistent higher lows since. I know on the bigger time frame, obviously, you've had lower highs, but you've had higher lows. There's an argument to say this is kind of like a double bottom.
Yeah.
This is your bear flag, consolidation, before an uptrend, possible break. I think there's an argument for that. What did you say your target was?
220.
220. Where's that? That's pretty close.
You think? It's almost just over 10%. 15%.
Yeah, to be fair, mine's even closer, so I can't really complain.
No.
Yeah, okay. Sweet. 220. Lovely. Right, and then so WTI. Should we look at it on Hyperliquid?
Yeah, go on then.
What do
TradFi.
we want? TradFi. Commodities.
There it is, right at the top.
Lovely.
So, what do you do here? Do you do fundamentals or do you do the chart?
Well, this candle closing like this today, candle recognition, you'd be thinking higher price. Now, if we've talked about the peace trade, which we have, how do I get this? I want this slightly smaller. I don't want this as big. I don't like this. Why is it doing this? Let's go to 4-hour. I think it's a difficult one because you're playing headline tennis effectively, aren't you?
Yeah.
You are playing headline tennis.
Yeah. I wouldn't even call it tennis. I'd call it roulette.
Yeah. It's a funny one because I think the highs could be in, but you're looking at like this structure here from like March. You got a series of higher lows. I think you've got an argument of some sort of ranging channel here that could continue. Obviously, first of all, we need to get through this kind of 115 on WTI. If we were to look at Brent, kind of got the same patterns.
Which should be higher, but
yeah, I mean, if I look on here and we look at SMAs and stuff, so if we go to WTI, we go to like big time frame. Usually when we get to these sort of elevated levels, you fade risk or you fade oil prices higher. as they kind of come back to usual. But it's not to say we can't stay up here for a while, because like even if we just go back to 22, we were up above the, call it 104s, or around say 93 to 120 from Feb 22 to around July 22. So that's a fair amount of time in that range. And if we also go back to like 2008, we were above 104 from March till about September. So again, a fair amount of time. But we've had our breakout. I think it's impossible that we run further. But I want to go against the fear here and say we risk a short. But I think we have really tight stops, like just above old highs. So call it 125, something like that. If we were to look at Brent as well, if you look at Brent as well here, you've got a clear sort of resistance, give or take around 110. I think again, you look at maybe shorts with tight stops, because if we get bumped out, we get pumped out, and you want to be out pretty quick. Kind of like what I showed on Hyperliquid at this series of high lows here. I mean, there's an argument you could say that this is compressing, and you maybe wait for a break, because if we reject here and then come lower, that's what it will be like. Ultimately, if we don't and we get a break high, you look to buy the 110 for an acceleration continue. I think it's difficult. Rules a really difficult one.
I think so the other side of it is the fundamentals, right? Which is, if the war stops, the price drops. The price probably drops before the war stops. But how close are we, or how close are we? What's the headline risk of the war stopping? And apparently, at the moment, the Pakistan are brokering a peace deal between the two sides.
Yeah, I'm just going to see if anything Trump has said. But do you remember what I said earlier?
Yeah.
Apparently, talks with Iran are going well. Without last year's bombings, Iran have possessed a nuclear weapon. Talks with Iran are going well. I don't even know negotiations with Iran were progressing, blah, blah, blah. Trump says Iran is until 8 p.m. on Tuesday night. Yeah.
Yeah, see, so the markets obviously don't believe him, because oil's still at 112. So the markets don't believe him.
It's a weird one.
I feel like we're possibly a bit early for a short. I have been toying with a short, but I think we're a bit early for it.
Yeah, I think it's a no trade, like on that basis. I think definitely it's a no trade at the minute. But if you were to force me into one thing, I'd be going short here with tight stops.
Well, I am going to force you, because you've got to do a prediction.
100.
I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to go with you,
100, yeah?
Yeah. The thing is, if we see 100 oil, I do think we'll see a 672 Bitcoin.
Yeah, definitely.
Seems like the two are like really agree. Yeah, it seems like the two are quite.
So which ones are we thinking for our trades this week?
Our maiden trade. What do we agree on? Hype up. Hype long.
Yeah, okay. We agree on a hype long.
Yeah.
So I also think
a limit Zcash short.
I was thinking a limit Aave short.
Yes.
And then I was thinking maybe a limit long Bitcoin. So, i.e., kind of what I drew earlier, we have some buy orders down to around 67, which is close to around yours. And we look to play that bounce. If you want to give that a go. So the free trades, what market long hype as of now.
Yeah.
Happy with that. And then limit short Aave and a limit long Bitcoin. Right, over to you, sir. Let's get this vault up and running.
Okie dokie. Oh, wow. Look at this balance that we've got.
So should we set some parameters
We're going to
of
have to
ourselves
change
for
it a
this
little
vault?
bit. Yeah, we're going to have to change it a little bit because as you can see, our balance is
Juicy.
it's quite massive. Yeah.
So I think we only trade 5% of our balance. I think we kind of not balance. I think we do what we did with our last one, where we have a set amount per trade. We don't go above 2 or 3x because if we look at what we've done well over the last couple of months,
Yeah.
it was position size in the same. It's giving us time. We give ourselves plenty of time for these to play out. Like the hype ones that we closed today, we've had those limits open for a while, and I think we were quite unlucky not to have the limits hit at 33.
34. And
Oh,
it
was it
like went down to
34?
like, it went down to like 34.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
So we were real
So
close.
I think we were
All
quite
right.
unlucky.
So I reckon that we should do 20% of our balance on each trade, because when we started with $100, we would do $20 per trade. So I think every trade should be
Yeah, the
20.
margin was 20, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I'm
But
happy
the
with
thing
that.
is, we can't we can't do 20 because we need to use the balance.
Yeah, so why don't we do 10% per trade? So it'd be $60 per trade that we're putting on today.
I think it should be 20%. I think it should be 20. I think we should, because that would be equal to what we were doing before. Had
Okay.
$100, done 20. We got $600. We should do 120.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, hype long. Let's do that one first.
Isolated. Our
ISO
first
gang.
trade.
Our first trade, yeah. 3x.
Yeah.
Confirming. 120. Stop loss.
Let's have a little look. I need to look on Hyperliquid. So I get the candles right. So I think we have a stop loss just below the recent local low. So call it 34.8.
TP.
What did we say our predictions were?
40 and 41.
So should we do 40.5?
Meet you in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's go. Order placed.
Yeah. Nice.
And next is Aave limit short. Think we get back up to here before we go down.
So what was it? An Aave limit short at around
113.
around that 115 to 115 area. So call it 110. I think 110 and then have a stop around 130. You're long, by the way. You need to go short. You also need to lower it from 10x.
I was wondering why this was showing me 181. Right, what do you want for the TP?
What was your target? T5. Let's do that.
Oh, it's a big boy. 130. This is quite a risky one, this one.
Well, it's a wide stop, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could have it tighter, but I think
Yeah.
we could go to around those 125s, 126s.
Should we do 127 then?
Well, no, because I think we can go there. The
Oh,
idea
you
is
think we
obviously
can
we
go
don't
there
get
and then?
tapped. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, well, let's leave it like that then. Is that good for you, sir?
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
And then the other one was a Bitcoin limit long.
Gang. $67?
What was
Shall
your
I do
target?
66?
67 to 68. I reckon around 68.
You reckon?
Yeah, then I think we have stop losses, or a stop loss around 65.
Yes.
With a
Yeah.
take profit, I think we could put as far up as, say, 75.
Oh, wait.
Because we can always adjust these if they don't get actioned.
Okay. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Whack that one in as well. Ah, bosh. Right, there we go.
So if we
These
go
are
to balances, available 500, love there. And we got one position on, which is a hype long. Do you want to just quickly go back to our positions and I'll take a screenshot? That's it. Like, stay there. Don't move. And then go back to the hype one quick. Don't move. Lovely. Right, well, that's it. That is it. That's how you do it, ladies and gents. Sorry that took probably a bit longer than anticipated, but hey ho. These things happen. We have our vault live. So can I see if where do I go now? So user vaults.
You go to Vaults, you type in CryptoWaffle, you can see our positions.
Yeah, so if I go to CryptoWaffle now, your deposit's $500. All time earned, I'm currently down 50 cents. Bloody idiots. What are they doing over there?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Let's see how we get on. I think we just got to keep doing what we've been doing. Be consistent, be smart. And I think we'll be all good in the hood.
Yeah.
Won't
And by next week, we'll get to see our vault a dashboard, let's call it.
Yeah, I'll get a little post up this week about our vault as well. I'll dig into maybe what we can do with our vault if we can do anything else with it.
I feel like, do you know what I think we should do also is we should have like little shorts that explain each trade. So like a 1 minute short that will say, this is the reason why we put this trade on this week. Like trade explained.
So like we cut our ideas.
Yeah. So that
Okay.
people might just see the short and be like, right, CryptoWaffle Vault, blah, blah, blah. This is a trade that we put on yesterday. We put on a Bitcoin short. Here's why. Boom, 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 in 1 minute, and off we go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a
This,
good idea.
I think this oil one is really
Well, the idea of the
perplexing.
vault now is that people can put money in the vault and we just trade it for them. They
Yeah,
haven't got to do anything. They haven't got to try and watch us every Monday now. You can just turn us off and let us do our thing.
yeah, yeah.
So let's
Although,
see how we get on.
yes, let's do that. All right then.
But
So,
I do think we should kind of maybe we do a little write up like that fella did.
yeah,
Maybe we both do a little write up for our CryptoWaffle vault.
okay, yeah, okay.
I
Well,
think
what
that'd be
positions do
cool.
we have? We've got 3 positions. All right. Well, then you do. Uh,
No, I think we just do a general write up for the vault, like looking forward. So the next
oh,
six
okay.
months, so kind of like he did, saying, "Oh, basically we're short Bitcoin, short everything."
Yeah,
I think that's what we do a little write up for. So maybe we do a summary until the end of the year, what we think's going to happen, how it might play out. Because mine will effectively say we get to that 72, 80K area in the vault. I will look to put forward that we stack shorts
yeah,
and then just sit in them until proven otherwise.
yeah. Providing we don't end up with those whopping fees like Matey Boy had and
But
his
yeah, I don't think we will though, because he's only getting fees on. I mean, I don't even know what Blast is. What even is
Blast is like
Blast?
a NFT
Is it a
type.
big project?
It's like a EVM, but they specialized on NFTs.
Right. Well, he might not. He might be paying mad funding rates because liquidity is quite thin.
Yeah, yeah,
So
of course.
I don't know, but
Yeah, of course.
we're not going to be trading anything like that, are we? To be precise. So
To be certain, no,
yeah,
we
but
won't.
I do think we'll get those write ups done by Monday. We'll stick them. We'll stick them on our socials. Or even if maybe we do a little video of the write ups as
Yeah,
well.
that's what I
Or
said. That
should
was
we do
my
that
first
next?
idea.
Should we do that just next week? We both present our write ups.
Okay.
So our year end thoughts, how we're going to activate it, how we're going to look to do it within our vault. Kind of like make you put forward on X, but in person.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
Okay, I like this. I like this.
Yeah.
All right then.
Trading thesis.
Yeah.
All right, geezer. I
Year
will
end thesis.
see you next week.
Yeah. See you next week, sir. Thank you everybody for watching. Let me just check. I haven't got any questions. I always sometimes forget to look. Oh, look at that. We've had a new all-time high of X viewers for me. 4 viewers. Get in. Thank you very much for watching live.
I always get more than 4 viewers, but I think I've got more.
You've probably got more followers than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only got 300 followers on X.
Oh, my X live show's not even on.
Yeah, your X doesn't do it anymore, does it? You need to give me your stuff back. It's your Instagram that just does it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do that next week because my X followers are probably like, where
Yeah.
is he?
And we should hopefully be able to, well, not hopefully, but we should in the next couple of months be able to stream live on Instagram
And
via
YouTube.
via the actual CryptoWaffle accounts.
Yes.
All right then, mate. Thank you
All right.
everybody for watching, and we shall see everybody soon. Until then, adios.